It is Thursday, March 24th in the NBA, and I'm back with my 3 best picks of the day. Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is Austin from Calling Our Shot. Let's do a quick recap from yesterday, a 1-3 day. Disappointing, but nonetheless, we had a lot of bad luck go our way. Russell Westbrook does cash his over 6.5 assists. We were 90 seconds away from Andrew Wiggins hitting a plus 100 value bet, but he hits his third three with 1:30 left on the clock. DeJounte Murray, the analysis was there. I said he wouldn't shoot a lot, and he didn't. He only shot 14 times, but he hit his over with 28 points, barely hitting the over in the last 90 seconds in the third quarter as it was a blowout like we predicted, and he still stayed under his PRA line, so maybe I should have taken that. And then Jaylen Brown decided to pass, but someone pointed out in the comments, and I appreciate them, they're saying Jaylen Brown apparently only passes at home, so something we will consider next way. Either way, next game, either way, a disappointing day, but we're going to get back after it. We aren't here to make excuses. We're going to try to get some better picks and get into the winning column today with our 3 picks. We got to dig back in and bounce back today, which we still got 3 weeks, I think, left in the NBA regular season. We're going to get back after it. Now, if you're new to the Calling Our Shot channel, we appreciate you for tuning into the daily video. Hit that subscribe button. We're closing in on 29,000 subscribers. I think 400 away. So maybe we'll hit that by the end of March. We would certainly appreciate it. Shout out again to our COS All-Stars. We appreciate all you for supporting the channel. We can't do without you guys. You guys are the real MVPs. Our newest one, Eduardo. Thank you so much. If you want to join or support us, click the join button on the channel. Click the link in the description. My final 3 notes. Number 1, podcast is live on the channel. It was posted yesterday. Definitely go check it out. It'll be linked at the end of the video and in the description down below. And I'll probably link it in the pinned comment too. It's a really cool one. Go check it out. You can also download the podcast wherever you get your podcast. Just type in Calling Our Shot and you'll see our normal logo. Number 2, thanks for everyone for coming out to the weekly live stream. We appreciate you guys. I think we had over 215, something like that, live viewers. We'll be back again next Wednesday. And number 3, a cool offer with Caesars Sportsbooks. If you sign up using the link in the description and bet $20 on a money line in college basketball this weekend, you get a free $200 bet regardless of the outcome. They just have to score a point. And look, they're going to score a point. That ain't happening. So either way, you'll see a free $200 bet regardless of the outcome. Super cool sportsbook sign up bonus. It is linked down below in the description. Probably tweet it out later on today, but definitely check it out. I'll put all the details in the description as well. Good luck. Let's get into my best bet of the day. Evan Mobley. We're taking his over 27.5 PRAs, minus 110 on DraftKings. Now, I like Mobley to bounce back in this one today against the Raptors, and if you needed an individual line, I actually like his over in rebounds, maybe a double-double today, which is like plus 120 or something along those lines, but I think he crushes all his overs today, and here's why. Now, last time the Raptors and Cavaliers played, the Raptors were double-teaming Garland and making someone else beat them. And look, I don't expect them to do that today. Now, we see teams in the postseason, and this is why betting player props in the postseason, betting anything in the postseason for NBA is tough because teams will do one thing one game and then you think they're going to do it the next game and they don't do it. So I don't expect them to double team Garland today. If they do, heck, go for it. Mobley will probably have a decent game. Now, they'll put a lot of defensive focus on Garland, obviously, because he's their best player and he's going to have to score a lot of their points, but still we should see Evan Mobley have his own role. Now, Jared Allen is still out, so we'll see Mobley slide into that center role. And I think the best thing for Mobley is that this line is very deflated because he's coming off a bad game against when he really just did not play well against the Lakers, only ended up playing 27 minutes, was in foul trouble the majority of the first half. He did log 20 PRAs, but the 27 minutes well below, about 8 minutes less than what he has been playing recently. And look, the Cavaliers defense is terrible without Evan Mobley on the court. They're relying on Kevin Love, sorry Logan if he's watching the video, and they're relying on Lauri Markkanen. It's just not going to work. So they need Evan Mobley out there, and I think the coaching staff will tell him, yo, we can't afford you in foul trouble or else we're going to lose. We just saw them play against the Lakers, gave up a ton of points because Evan Mobley wasn't out there. LeBron could just drive to the rim, and he obviously postered Kevin Love. Yeah, that's what's going to happen if Evan Mobley's not out there. So I think the coaching staff will kind of knock on Evan Mobley's head and say, yo, we need you out there, no more fouling. Now, if you look at how Mobley has done, he played the Raptors back on March 6th. That was the first game that Jared Allen got injured in the first quarter. Mobley stepped up 20 points, 17 rebounds, and 4 assists for 41 PRAs. I don't expect them to have 20 and 17 again, although it would be nice. And in 9 games without Allen, he's averaged 19.2 points per game, 10 rebounds per game, and 2.7 assists per game for 31.9 PRAs per game. That's the last 9 games. He's hit this over in 6 of those 9 games, and in games without Allen this year on the road, he's hit it in 4 of 5. So he's been pretty good on the road. They're on the road today in Toronto. I'll be taking Evan Mobley over 27.5 PRAs. If you need an individual line, I really don't mind his over in points or rebounds. I think rebounds is only 9.5, which he should be able to get 10. He doesn't normally go back-to-back games under that line, and he just had, 5 rebounds against the Lakers? They can get it done. So, Evan Mobley, we're counting on you, the rookie, the probably future rookie of the year. We'll be counting on him today. Now, my next best bet of the day, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek Freak, over 12.5 rebounds, minus 115 on points bet. Now, running back with the Greek Freak, and honestly, I could just scroll back to 2 days ago, just copy and paste in the editing software and just put exactly what I said last game, because Greek Freak showed us right. And it's, look, today they are at home taking on the Wizards, and the best thing is that they're at home, because Giannis, for whatever reason, likes to rebound at home, doesn't like to do it on the road. Now, at home this season, 12.5 rebounds per game. On the road, 10.6 rebounds per game. Since the All-Star break, played in 6 games 6 games at home. Here's his numbers: 14, 16, 17, 13, 12, and 17 rebounds, hitting the over easily in 5 of those games, missing on the hook in 1 of them. Now, I understand the concern for a blowout today. And look, the NBA has been blowout central the past. It's National Blowout Association. That's what the people call it. But 3 of those games that Giannis has, 3 of those 6 games, Giannis has easily hit this over. He only played 28, 31, and 30 minutes. So those are his normal blowout minutes. He'll probably play majority of the third quarter, just like we saw with DeJounte Murray yesterday. And I think he can get it done. Now, look, the last game was a blowout against the Bulls, and it was like a 30-point game, but by basically halftime. So I still do like it, and what I also like is that the Bucks decided to start Brook Lopez in their last game, and I think that's something they're going to continue to do because Brook Lopez is likely their starter when they go into the postseason, so they want to get the groove and the chemistry back. But look, Lopez, 2 great notes. Number 1, great rim protector. He always is going to contest any shot that comes into the paint, and look, that's why he's on the bad end of a lot of poster dunks. There'll probably be several highlight films, probably are highlight films of him getting postered. And number 2, he's, like I said, he's a great rim protector, and that means Giannis doesn't have to do all the rim protecting, and likely Giannis can just kind of chill for some rebounds off Brook Lopez contested shots. So it's not, and look at Brook Lopez, he's not going to grab a lot of rebounds. Not like Bobby Portis, the guy that averages a lot more rebounds than a guy like Brook Lopez. So Chris Middleton also is out today. He got replaced by Wesley Matthews, another downgrade. Wesley Matthews is not going to get as many rebounds as Chris Middleton. And lastly, Giannis has played the Wizards twice this season. He's had 18 and 15 rebounds in both those games. For what it's worth, he's set this over in 2 of the last 3 against Kristaps. His 1 miss, he had 9 rebounds, and that's because Chris Middleton and Brook Lopez combined for 19 rebounds. Don't see that happening. Give me the Greek Freak over 12.5 rebounds. So I'm moving on into my final play of the day. It's going to be a little risky. Kristaps Porzingis, we're taking his over 29.5 PRAs, minus 125 on DraftKings. I really like this play at 30.5. I know a couple books think FanDuel was 30.5. Maybe PointsBet was 30.5. I think he gets it done there. Now, I wouldn't mind playing his over in just points alone, and you'll understand why. Now, I know there's a cause for concern here because this game could be a blowout. We could get screwed on both Giannis and Kristaps plays, so maybe only play one of them. But I do think there's a little bit of an edge on both of them. And if this game can keep close, I think both of them should cash pretty easily. Now today the Wizards obviously taking on the Bucks. The Wizards will be without Kyle Kuzma, and look, that's going to open it up a lot for Kristaps Porzingis. We've seen the last 2 games without Kyle Kuzma. We've seen Kristaps have 17 and 18 field goal attempts. That's because he's starting with guys like Raul Neto, KCP, Corey Kispert, and Rui Hachimura. All 4 of those guys aren't necessarily guys that are going to shoot a whole lot today. And no offense, they're just not going to take a lot of field goal attempts. The volume should be going to Kristaps, who's had attempted 17 and 18 field goal attempts his last 2 games. And like I said, I get the concern for a blowout, and Kristaps should still get his minutes, though. It's not like he's been playing 38 minutes and barely hitting this over with the Wizards. He's been barely playing 25 minutes, and that's because they want to be a little bit careful with his minutes. But still, we saw last game his minutes jumped to 32 without Kuzma. The game before without Kuzma against the Lakers, he would have played that, but he struggled with foul trouble, which is always a concern. But since arriving in Washington, 8 games played, averaged 20.8 points per game, 7.8 rebounds per game, and 2.5 assists per game for 31.1 PRAs per game, hitting this over in 6 of the 8 games without Kuzma. Well, 6 of the 8 games total, and we saw his minutes, like I said, increase without Kuzma, but on average, he's playing 25 minutes in basically all of those 8 games and still hitting this over, so I think he should see more minutes if this game can remain close-ish. Look, Kristaps just had 22 points, 13 rebounds, and 4 assists against the Rockets, total of 39 PRAs, and for some reason, he loves playing the Milwaukee Bucks because his last 4 against Milwaukee, 44, 26, 40, and 42 PRAs. His lone miss when he ended with 26, he shot 6 for 19. Kristaps wants to go out there and shoot 6 for 19, so be it. I will live with this loss. And look, when he was with Dallas, they made him a certified 7'3", just sharpshooter. They said, you know what? Get out of the paint. You're shooting threes only. And with the Wizards, they've made him more of a post guy, more of a mid-range specialist, more of a guy that's been aggressive. We've seen him attempt 6+ free throws in 7 of the 8 games. He's even attempted 8 and 10 free throws the last couple games. And look, when Kristaps gets 15+ field goal attempts, He's going to hit this over probably more often than not. In his last 25 career games with 15-plus field goal attempts, hit the over in 20 of them. So I think he'll get it done. Plus, I do like his rebound line at 7.5. Look, last game versus Houston, he had 23 rebound chances, by far the most on the team. Turn it into 13 rebounds. And while I don't think he gets 13 rebounds today, I think he could get 10. So a double-double wouldn't be crazy outside the realm of possibility. The Bucks they're going to need him to rebound against the Bucks. They're also going to give up 150 offensive rebounds. So I don't expect him to be guarding Giannis, but I do expect him to probably guard Brook Lopez, who just chills out in the corner. Obviously, they'll need him to rebound with Kyle Kuzma out. And if you look at centers against Milwaukee, we've seen Vucevic with 31 PRAs on just 15 field goal attempts. Cat with 41 PRAs, only 12 field goal attempts. Rudy Gobert even had 32 PRAs on 8 field goal attempts. And DeAndre Ayton, a very similar guy to Kristaps in terms of he shoots a lot of mid-range shots. He had 40 PRAs on 19 field goal attempts. So I think we should see Kristaps play pretty well, and we'll take him as my third and final play of the day. But that's all that I'm going to do today. Not going to add any plays in the description or in the pinned comment. I'll just stick with these three guys. Kristaps over 29.5 PRAs, Giannis over 12.5 rebounds, and Evan Mobley over 27.5 PRAs. As a reminder, that Caesar Sportsbook bonus offer, which you can check it out. All the links and the details are in the description. Go check that one out. The podcast is linked on the screen. Go check it out, or go download the podcast wherever you get your podcast. Just type in @Call on a Shot. You will see it there. And lastly, I believe I will be at the Orioles versus Red Sox spring training game tonight, doing a little bit of research for our MLB daily video starting up in exactly 2 weeks. So if you're there, come say hello to me if you see me. I'll appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow on Friday. Let's go make some money today. Peace.